Greetings and praise the sun! For today, we look at Dark Souls. Full disclaimer, I am no expert on the subject, but you do not need to be in the gaming community long to hear about this. And for those who do not, let me boil it down for you real quick. If you play Dark Souls, you're going to die. A lot. More than you'd hope. Not that the game is hard, mind you. At least, not as hard as people would expect it to be, or the way that people expect it to be. It just demands a lot from the player, and a little more than just low patience. Even so, this expectation of how the hard game goes means that every challenging game nowadays is related to Dark Souls, or is the new Dark Souls. I'm not trying to say that. Saying that Dark Souls influenced every new challenging game is a little bit of a stretch, but I feel like game journalism still almost has a point. And in light of this, here is my point for this video. Dark Souls uses role equality and information distribution to create a new avenue of challenging games. Let's break this down. Rule equality. What do I mean by that? Practically, rule equality means that the first enemy you face, all the way up to the last, use the same rules. And so does the world. And so do you. So from understanding these rules, you already get a leg up in how everything goes. And it also means that there is no cop-outs, right? That there aren't unscripted things that work outside the game mechanics that catch you totally by surprise and you have to memorize. Which also brings me into information distribution, because everything that kills you can be avoided if you look hard enough and you make the right choices. Every trap has a trigger, or a mechanism you can see, or it has things like blood and corpses that says, hey, people died here, watch it. Then you also have ambushes, which can be avoided if you watch for the enemy placement in the room using camera angles or just a good eye. And every attack can also be avoided if you look at the telegraphing correctly. So just for people who aren't exactly aware of telegraphing, it's usually a game term that just means that every attack can be predicted what they do prior. A wind-up, if you will. So let's say I want to swing a sword. So for that, if I'm an enemy at least, you gotta do a nice little wind-up, and then swing after the character has conveniently stepped out of the way. And each wind-up is different for each attack, which means, at least in theory, you can figure out what attack's going to happen from its wind-up. Now obviously Dark Souls does it too, with a little bit of a twist. So basically, in most games, when someone winds up, they're just about to attack, right? It's big common sense, right? So that's when you move. But in Dark Souls, not so much, because they have a habit of pausing just a little bit, so you have time to make an informed decision and figure out what you're going to do before they attack you. And this pause can be anywhere from a moment to an hour, or at least feel that way. So you don't exactly have any idea of when they're going to attack, you just know where they're going to attack and that you probably shouldn't be there. So in making informed decisions is the entire premise of these game mechanics. Because the information distribution means that you know what's going on so you can make an informed decision, and the rule equality just means that you can be consistent in these decisions because you know that it's going to work at the same time every time. Kinda. And this is what brings over to the other challenging games that are the new Dark Souls. From the clones like Neo or Lords of the Fallen, to other games like Cuphead. The gaming theme, as it were, is still the same. To make these informed decisions, quickly, in the moment, with not as much information as you would like, but just enough that you should be able to use it. And every death adds more information for you to use. When you die, and you will die, it just means that you either weren't paying enough attention, you didn't process the information correctly, or you simply just made the wrong decision in that one moment, which gives you a reason to pick yourself up and go bash at it again. And when you finally do defeat the boss, when the room goes quiet and you know that you had to make the right choice in every single moment to get to this point, that sort of elation you feel is why I play Dark Souls, and you should try challenge a game at least once. Thanks for watching.